They started out with just one little girl on a suitcase with a teddy bear, and then I took it to my psychiatrist and psychologist, and they obviously said, what is that? And I said, it's what I can't tell you verbally out loud. And the question is, can you make any more? And I was like, oh, I suppose. So I went home, and over the next 7 or 8 years, we've got 70 sculptures now. And it's to portray what I couldn't say verbally about my childhood sexual abuse and trauma.
And there's a book as well. Your book's amazing too, isn't it? With your metaphors, and so each of the sculptures has its own metaphor.
I spent 13 days at the Royal Commission of Inquiry, and that's going on at the moment for abuse in state care. And it's the first ever time in New Zealand that the Royal Commission of Inquiry has allowed an art exhibition as someone's personal statement. So that opens up a lot of doors for a lot of artists to explain stuff in a way that's visual rather than words. What you could say in 10,000 words, you can say in one visual sculpture. Like, I had a lady come to me and bought a book in Auckland actually at the Inquiry, and she said, my sister has never understood. And then she emailed me about 3 weeks later and said, thank you for what you're doing, because my sister now, she sent her a book, and she said, now I can understand what you could never tell me. And she said, I could never understand it because I couldn't see it, whereas now I can see it. So their relationship's been repaired just from that book. Like, we're getting 80-year-old women that have come up and they've never ever said it in their life, and then they're coming to the exhibition and saying, I can relate to this happened to me, and it's the first time they've ever spoken. 85-year-old, you know, that's a long time to keep a secret. It's a growth thing. As I grow in the journey, the sculptures are growing as well. So I started out with The Secret Keeper, and then I've got another series that I'm working on at the moment called The Invisible Children, Seen But Not Heard, and that's the wire work that you see there, and that's just partial images of people, and that's one strand of wire woven in together to make a whole. It just evolves. As your journey evolves, your sculptures evolve as well, so you grow with your art.